Last year, our plant became part of a large production association in the Kaliningrad region that produces medical drugs. We got new orders, and we expanded production. For this purpose, it was necessary to buy equipment for automatic application of labels. Previously, this procedure was done manually. We use various pharmaceutical equipment, which meets the requirements and standards of GMP for production, unit for dehydration of water solutions, and extracts in a boiling bed apparatus, rotary tablet machines, automatic line for packing tablets into plastic film and foil, and other high-tech machines and apparatuses. I have been working at the company for more than 20 years, 15 of them as the chief engineer. I know all the production facilities at the plant well. There was almost no modernization at our plant, and after the accession we had the opportunity to update the production equipment. At the meeting on the development of production, I was tasked to find automatic equipment for gluing self-adhesive labels on bottles, which was planned to be placed in the packing and transportation area. The cough medicine produced by our company was produced in brown vials made of plastic. The width of the label was 7 centimeters. We were looking for modern labeling equipment, which could be controlled by an LCD screen. The plan was to purchase an automatic labeler to apply self-adhesive labels to the bottles for the pharmaceutical industry, in order to be able to use labels in other sizes, if it was decided to change the vial design. Also, the labeling machine must be equipped with a machine for welding aluminum membranes, provided for the production of our cough medicine. I have many acquaintances in the field of production. So, the first thing I did was to seek their advice in finding automatic equipment for self-adhesive labels on bottles. I understood that the sphere of production of my colleagues differs from the sphere of our enterprise, but they could recommend me good manufacturers of equipment whom I could turn to for help in choosing of a machine. There are a lot of nuances in the production of medicinal products, which must be taken into account at all stages, controlled by various analytical equipment, including the application of labels. My colleagues recommended me 2 manufacturers in Germany. I found their data on the internet and sent them an email asking to select equipment according to my requirements. 2 days later, I received a reply from one company saying that they had a labeling machine with the given specifications, but it was only suitable for penicillin bottles. Another company refused to work with us, as they don't work with CIS countries. Following the same advice of colleagues, I did not contact Chinese manufacturers directly. My acquaintances told me that equipment manufacturers from China often deliver incomplete equipment, citing inaccurate information about the required parameters of the machine. I could not take that risk, so I decided to choose a Russian-speaking reseller to search for automatic equipment for labeling bottles. I needed a professional who had been working for a long time in the field of supplying pharmaceutical equipment and had positive customer feedback. I started the search for a specialist on the internet. I chose 3 of the most presentable companies. As a criterion, I looked at the time the company has been on the equipment supply market, the company's website, the terms of delivery of the machine. I called to all the companies by phone in order to be sure of the manager's professionalism. The specialist of one company said to wait for 5 minutes, but never listened to me. I didn't like this attitude to the customer. The manager of another company talked to me politely, asked questions about the necessary performance equipment, terms of production. In 5 days I got 10 variants of various labeling machines from them, and the offer to choose the equipment by myself. I realized that they didn't have a professional approach, and would not help me in my decision to find equipment for labeling. The last, third option of an intermediary turned out to be a good one for me. The male manager talked to me like a professional. He asked specific questions about performance, material of the bottles used, accuracy of labeling. He chose automatic equipment for gluing self-adhesive labels to bottles, which I was able to quickly coordinate with the management of the plant. The machine was acceptable in terms of features and price. We concluded a contract for the supply of equipment within a week. The manager reported the degree of readiness of the machine 2 weeks in advance. The machine was delivered exactly at the end of a month. After installation and adjustment of the equipment, we could assess its quality. Wide rubber conveyor belt provided safe distance for movement of vials. The vials passed through the machine by welding an aluminum membrane to the neck of the vial. The labeling machine was equipped with an advanced LCD equipment control system, automatic adjustment of label tension to reduce the amount of air, and improve the quality of label adhesion. The label strip came from a roll, and was aligned by a system of rollers for better adhesion on the surface of the bottle. We were satisfied with automatic equipment for self-adhesive labeling of cough medicine bottles, recommended and supplied by the company manager from Moscow. Once again, I was convinced that any business needs professional advice. In this respect, I was lucky. I found a specialist who knows his business.